If you are a football fan, you have probably heard about Cristiano Ronaldo's new interview with Piers Morgan, or as I'd like to call it, glaze review, because Piers Morgan cannot get Ronaldo's nuts out of his mouth. But hey man, Ronaldo dropped some bombs in that interview and they are going viral on social media. Of course, World Cup, Saudi League, Laliga, everything. And I am a Madrid fan. I loved Ronaldo. I still love him up until this point. And I do think this interview has to be talked about. And I will give my opinion without any hesitation. And I will be 100% honest about everything he said. Because he genuinely sounded a bit sour in some of them takes. Some of the takes, of course, are being blown out of proportion because we all know Ronaldo gets you clicks. Cristiano Ronaldo in the title and you're done. And you're there. So people are of course blowing things out of proportion, saying things that aren't true. But the biggest thing I think has to be talked about is Cristiano Ronaldo saying he doesn't want to win the World Cup. Brother, I'm gonna start like this. You're capping, bro. He is capping 100%. And he tried to use, I think, the most cringiest argument of all time. That World Cup is like a small tournament. It's a 6 or 7 games. Dropping 6 or 7 in there as well. Brother is literally rage baiting us right now. And he sounded sour all around, bro. Because just look at this. Cristiano, bro. Cristiano Ronaldo back in 2020, when, of course, it was 2 years before the 2022 World Cup. I won the World Cup. I've won trophies at every club level, at every club I've been at, but the World Cup is my big dream. Bro. So, I just don't get it, bro. And he says the most outlandish shit. It's not my dream for me to win the World Cup. You want a World Cup to define the best player in history. One competition with 6 or 7 games, you think that's fair? Brother, if you said this in 2021, even a month before the World Cup in 2022, but you saying this after Messi literally won it in 2022, and the next World Cup is ahead of us, and you genuinely look like you are gonna retire in a year or two, so you're saying it doesn't define you as a player. I don't think it does define you, my brother. If you win the next World Cup, people are gonna be talking about you differently. More people are gonna say that you are the GOAT, and I am serious about this. People would say that he was finished and this and that. I don't give a shit about the Messi and Ronaldo debate. That's been done before, but people will still find a way to call you a GOAT. And if you won the World Cup, you would be the GOAT for more people. So yes, it would matter, and it's the biggest tournament in history. There is nothing bigger. Champions League is not bigger. La Liga, Premier League was never bigger. Serie A was never bigger. Euros is never bigger. Copa America, bro. You can win Copa America, Euros all together, bro. You can switch nations. It still wouldn't be bigger than winning the World Cup. Just imagine if Cristiano Ronaldo lifted that World Cup in 2022. Would he be saying this? He would be saying Messi still has to win the World Cup, or I'm the GOAT. Even if Messi won the World Cup, as you can see, he just doesn't give a fuck. And I know that about Cristiano, and I respect it. The confidence is crazy for Cristiano, but this is just straight up lying. This ain't confidence. This is just capping. You are lying, bro. And we all know this. You literally said it's your dream. Brother, who doesn't want to win the World Cup? Tell me one football fan or a football player or even a guy who just watches football regularly and maybe just watches the World Cup. Bro, what do you want to win? World Cup. It's the best tournament of all time. It brings the most people in. It's counted as the hardest trophy to win. And yeah, all countries battle it out every 4 years. There's nothing bigger than this in football. And you are sour because Messi won it. That's it. Yeah, this is the worst take of that interview, in my opinion. Maybe some of the other things as well about La Liga. I'm gonna get into that later. But this for me is genuinely sad from Ronaldo. Yeah, and Piers Morgan just sitting there. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, the World Cup is kind of trash. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. You stink. Genuinely, you are the biggest glazer. You are the biggest moron. And you are there with Cristiano only because you glaze him, brother. I'm gonna make this fucking full screen and say this to him, yeah? And please cook him down below in the comments. Piers Morgan, I want to see that shit, and subscribe as well if you're there already. Might as well, yeah? And like as well. Might as well. Am I right? But Piers Morgan, bro, he said, I want to touch your abs. Can I touch your abs? What the fuck is you doing, bro? What the fuck is you even saying? You are a billionaire? Did Georgina say no to your proposal when you were proposing to your wife? Who the fuck is saying no to Cristiano? What the fuck is that question? You're glazing him. You're the biggest piece of nothing in football. You are there only because of your glazing and your dusty opinions on everything, bro. Let me not even talking about as a person. Cheeks guy, man. But let's get into more Ronaldo takes. How many World Cup did Argentina win before Messi? 2. Shit argument, brother. That's like saying how many Champions Leagues did Real Madrid win before Cristiano Ronaldo came. We won 4 with Cristiano, and we had way more before he came. So your Champions League should be discarded as well, bro. I'm saying, bro, I love Ronaldo, but what the fuck is this take, bro? Messi in 2022 literally he genuinely rebuilt his whole playing style just to fit in that Argentina team, to benefit every single player and win that tournament. And he basically scored in every single game, and he was a crucial part in the final as well. So I just don't get why are you saying this now? It sounds that you're genuinely being desperate for being called the greatest of all time. You are in that conversation, and some people have you as their greatest. I have no problem with that. I have Messi as the best player. You are my favorite out of them two. I like Ronaldo more as a player, but Messi for me is better. You can have your own opinion, but that doesn't matter. This is just wrong. This is genuinely, you can see he's lying. They are used to win big competitions. If Portugal win the World Cup, will that shock the world? Yes, of course it will. Do you know how people reacted when Messi won the World Cup? Brother, it was like the whole world was falling apart. And that final helped, of course, like Mbappe scoring the fucking hat-trick in there. It was maybe the best game of football of all time. But bro, it made everybody realize that the World Cup, when it's there, when it's prime time, there's nothing bigger than this. And Messi won it that year, and that's why you are saying this. That's my end on this take. I never want to see you talk about World Cup again. And if you win that shit, you're gonna be speaking about it as if it's the biggest tournament of all time. Bro, I love Cristiano Ronaldo, but this is shit from you. This is trash. Now, right now, Saudi League is better than the French League. He said this in, I think, January, something like this. The others can think whatever I want. I played there for 1 year, so I know what I'm talking about. Shut the fuck up, man. Just shut up, bro. What the fuck is this take? How is Saudi League better than French League? Maybe you could say the top teams can compete with the top teams of Ligue 1, but overall, brother, what is this? Why are we saying stuff like this? If you were playing in Ligue 1, yeah, you would never say anything about the Saudi League. Just because you're in the Saudi League doesn't mean it's better than fucking Ligue 1. That brings me to my next point, which is this, bro. Ronaldo, for me, it's easy to score goals in Spain than Saudi. Brother, you were in your fucking prime in Laliga, and the teams were conceding 7 goals against you because you were fucking cheating. You were on drugs. You were literally on drugs. You were an alien to that league. So of course it was fucking easier. Now you look like you cannot run for 60 minutes. Of course it's fucking easier to score goals in the Saudi League because most of the defenders are shit. Most of the defenders are shit in the Saudi League, and you say that it's harder. It's harder, right? Maybe because you are tapering off. The age is showing, and you were in your prime in the Liga. That's the only argument. And you wanna say that if you came into the Premier League or La Liga, you are scoring way more goals than in Saudi. Brother, what the fuck are we doing here? That's where you just have to call it what it is. I'm not looking at this as a Ronaldo at Real Madrid, that I'm gonna glaze him at. He's right. Oh my goodness, he just means it that way. And no, you are talking out of your ass, bro. Yeah, nothing's gonna change my opinion on you as a player, but this is straight up cheeks, bro. This is, you can never say this. I genuinely think Real Madrid's defense alone is better than the whole Saudi League's defenses combined. How about that, bro? Atleti's defense is better. Barcelona's defense is better. Fucking Getafe can defend better than and every single fucking Saudi League team because they have 17 defenders. So I just don't get it. This is one of the shittest takes as well. Yeah, man. What did I want to say? Oh, this more of a sad note. I will retire soon. I did and gave everything for football in the last 25 years. It's probably 1 or 2 years for sure. This will be my last World Cup. Yeah, that's like apparent. If you thought he was gonna play football until 2030, you are genuinely stupid. I'm really enjoying the moment. Yeah, bro. I hope you are, but brother, you say this and then you go on to say World Cup is not my dream. Why? I know, like, what does it actually do for Ronaldo? Maybe he just wants to like confirm it to himself that he's the best. I genuinely think he actually thinks he's the best. Still, he's never gonna think he's second or third. No, he's the best for him. My brother, just say these statements. Why do you have to come up with I don't want to win the World Cup? Laliga is the worse defensively than Saudi League. What is this? Yeah, I agree. Sad for you, but the other takes trash. Now, let's get into last thing I want to talk about. This shit. Brother, I know he said stupid stuff in this interview, but social media is genuinely the worst thing that happened to football in my opinion. This guy says anything even remotely close to some football legend or a football take that another person said. Bro, Rooney says Messi is better. No problem. I'm not mad with that. It's okay. And people just think because he said something about Rooney before that they're fucking not friends, this and that. He literally said he would still hug him when they met, and they are still friends. It's basically banter, and they can have their own opinion. Yeah? Brother, Fabrizio Romano, ESPN and Messi's PR. I don't agree. I don't want to be humble. They always lie on his name. What has he ever done to this system? Chill out. Ronaldo's overconfident sometimes, okay? His ego does this to him. My brother, just blowing shit out of proportion to get clicks, it's just cheeks, and it's never gonna disappear. But I just wanted to touch up on that some of the things that he said just got blown out of proportion. Yeah, the World Cup take this and that, that's bad. But some of the things he said were just normal things. And some people were saying, like, when he asked him about proposing to his wife, and he said, of course she didn't say no. Brother, of course she didn't say no. Of course she didn't. And people want to say on Twitter, this guy is so overconfident. He doesn't deserve love. He's such a bad person. How is this guy even in the top 10 footballers of all time? He should be more humble. Shut the fuck up. Just saying stuff for clicks, bro. That's like if I would say, oh my god, but Ronaldo's the greatest. He doesn't really want to win the World Cup. No, I'm being for real. I'm being honest. So how about you be honest and don't blow out the things that he said out of proportion? Never gonna get that. Never gonna get anything from that, bro. Nothing from that. Just stupid clicks with people that have zero IQ, bro. Yeah, the World Cup shit was sad, to be honest, in my opinion. Other than that, okay interview, I guess, bro. Piers Morgan, I never want to see you again, because after a while I watched that second part, I was just get off those nuts, bro. Like, okay, your throat must be hurting, bro. Stop glazing. But yeah, guys, this was my honest reaction to Ronaldo's interview. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know your thoughts down below. Maybe I have some Barca fans who genuinely hate Ronaldo. Let me know your thoughts. I don't really care about like Ronaldo as a person now. I just love him for what he did for my club. So yeah, let me know down below. And if you enjoyed, of course, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.